Long ago, in a kingdom surrounded by mountains and deep forests, there lived a young queen named Elira. Her kingdom, Ardinia, had once been powerful and prosperous. Its people were proud, its cities full of life, and its castles strong against every enemy. But everything changed after a terrible war. When Queen Elira's father, the great King Aldrin, died during the conflict, the kingdom was left broken. Villages were burned, soldiers were lost, and many nobles abandoned the crown. At only 23 years old, Elira became the ruler of a land that many believed could not survive. Some advisors whispered that a young queen could never save the kingdom. Others secretly planned to take power for themselves. But Queen Elira refused to surrender. Every morning, she walked among her people in the capital city. She listened to farmers who had lost their fields and soldiers who had lost their brothers in battle. Instead of hiding behind palace walls, she stood beside them. Slowly, hope returned. Elira rebuilt the army, but she also rebuilt the farms, roads, and towns. She believed that strength came not only from swords, but from unity. When enemies threatened the borders again, the people of Ardinia stood together like never before. Years passed, and the kingdom grew strong again. Yet history would remember Elira by a different title. She became known as the Last Queen. Not because she failed, but because she changed the kingdom forever. Elira chose not to pass the crown to a royal heir. Instead, she created a council where leaders were chosen by the people themselves. On the day she stepped down from the throne, thousands gathered in the capital square. The queen who had saved them stood quietly before her people. "My crown was never the true power. You were." With those words, Queen Elira placed the crown on the steps of the great hall and walked away, not as a ruler, but as a legend. And though Ardinia never had another queen again, the people never forgot the woman who saved their kingdom. They simply called her the Last Queen.